Nimbus, the space gate to Dark World is charged up and now open. Welcome back, Twitch, YouTube. It's your boy KDZ bringing you guys another market watching again, guys. The reason why we do these videos is because I have a huge passion for trading card games. I love talking about trading card games, and I want to continue to build a community that has the same love and passion for admiring all those gorgeous floor windows as I do. And with that, let's get into it. Um, yeah, it's crazy out here, guys. It's crazy right now. There's another Pokemon regional happening this week. I think it was like in Europe, maybe South America. I can't remember exactly where it said it was happening. But of course, I'm trying to slide back on there and see. I know the Wilds of Eldraine just dropped 2 in MTG Arena. I mean MTG overall. I'm gonna try to slide back, see if I can get some coverage of these sets outside of just the main game, which is Yu-Gi-Oh for me. We were looking at number 9 Dyson Sphere Ultimate Rare Max Condition. We were thinking about picking this up. I want to say the last time I looked at this, I don't remember there being. I thought there was a near mint first ed, a max condition first ed under $10, but I guess there hasn't been. But there's a few ultimate rares here before. Max condition unlimited copies here under 7 before they start to appreciate 7 plus, 8 plus, and then eventually 10 plus. But really cool card used in the anime. S tier ultimate rare technology as of right now. Number monster. So a lot of different ties. Gorgeous lore window. And like I said, guys, the animation of that episode, in and in itself, beckons you to just grab at least one of these cards, a copy of this card, preferably max rarity. We were looking at artifacts yesterday. I can't remember why artifact. Oh, that's right. I was playing Master Duel, guys. Actually, we might actually go over some of the cards that I've been using in Master Duel. What I've been running thus far, mainly um, is a pendulum deck, guys. I've been using Pendulum Magician / Ada / Performer Pal, right? And it's been epic. It's interesting too though, because pendulum decks, guys, the angles that you can play, the lines that you can go through are unlimited, it feels like. Because the cards, they serve two purposes. It's like you have more cards in your deck than what you actually have. A pendulum monster is 2 cards. It's a spell card and it's a monster card. So if it has a spell card effect and a monster card effect, it's essentially 2 cards in one. You see what I'm saying? It can be sent to the graveyard or it can be sent face up in the extra deck. So it just makes for some really interesting combinations when you play it. And I'm definitely thinking about bringing, probably next week, I was thinking about if I can get enough playtime in on Master Duel. Because like I said, guys, you can practice for the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG in the real world in Master Duel. All you need to do is only use the cards that are playable in the real world at the rate that they're playable at. It doesn't matter what your opponents are playing. And it's like if you're able to beat a deck in Master Duel that's using Max C while you're using only cards that are legal in the current TCG right now, that goes to show you the consistency of the deck and of your skill. But yes, you can prepare for TCG real world duels with Master Duel, guys. That's all you need to do. And like I said, doing this with the pendulum, it's just pendulum is not straightforward, guys. Like a lot of decks, they're straightforward. Like you do the combo a certain way, it's going to come out the same pretty much. But because of how pendulum monsters have 2 sides to them, how they could be spell cards or monster cards, you end up in different situations where you may end up using a card that you would want to use as a monster as a scale, or a card that you would want to use as a scale as a monster, and it just opens up completely different lines. I do believe that probably with if you're trying to introduce a new player to Yu-Gi-Oh, you have to start with Pendulum Monsters. I feel like you have to start with Pendulum Monsters because that is the highest ceiling. And once they're comfortable with going through the plethora of lines with pendulum monsters, everything else will be simplified to them because they won't have to do with two effects in one. Like a card will only be able to be played in the monster zone. You know what I'm saying? So you won't have those various lines where it's like, oh, I can put it in the monster zone or I can put it in the spell and trap zone. You don't have that. But also for that reason, I feel like, you know, I'm not trying to no memes attached here, but pin best deck. Like Triff is not lying, guys. Pin is best deck. I know it's like, oh, I mean, if anti spell fragrance is running around the meta, it does make it harder to play pendulum, which makes me wonder um, what Konami's really going to do, because it's like I feel like Konami's you keeping anti spell fragrance in the game as a hard counter to pendulum, because it's like with anti spell fragrance, it keeps pendulum in check, like a veto system, if you will. So it's like if pendulum ever decided to run rampant, people will just start running three anti spells in their deck. They go first, they say anti spell, they flip it. You can't even activate a pendulum scale. You pretty much have to skip turn if your deck is full of pendulum monsters, unless you've prepared and you have cards like Typhoon in your deck, something like that. To make it easier for you to get rid of anti-spell on your turn um, without using a spell card. We're actually going to take a look at a couple of things real quick. Let's go ahead and look at Typhoon. Let's look at the wording on this card to see if it's even possible to pull this off. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I'm pretty sure this is the only defense Pendulum has against an anti-spell, going second with the opponent using anti-spell, flipping it on them. QCSR, MST would be nice. Okay, they got super rare OTS tournament pack 1 Typhoon. This is definitely what they have ultra rare as well. Target one face up spell trap on the field, destroy it. If your opponent controls 2 or more spell trap cards and you control no spell trap cards, you can activate this card from your hand. So yes, this is a counter, but they have to control 2 or more spell trap cards, which is unfortunate because they can play around it by just setting one spell trap card and it being anti-spell. Um, you could possibly try to use something like evenly matched as well, and then they would be forced to keep anti-spell. Or you would have to look into some type of effect monster that on summon, it can like pop back row or something like that, like Elemental Hero Strato, something like that. But right there be this interesting tug of war in the metagame between like counters for Pendulum and Pendulum decks trying to counter the counter. But because of that, I do believe that Pendulum decks are the best decks, because not only are they using all the mechanics of Yu-Gi-Oh, they're using Pendulum summoning, Link summoning, Synchro summoning, Exceed summoning, Fusion summoning. Not only are they using all of the mechanics in the extra deck of Yu-Gi-Oh, um, the nature of Pendulum is to always bounce back. So they naturally have recoverability. And then me particularly using Performer Pal, Pendulum Magician, Odd Eyes, that was Yuya Sakaki, the main character of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 anime. So of course he's going to have more Pendulum support than any other Pendulum thing. He's the main character. But nevertheless, Typhoon OTS Tournament Pack 1, super rare 58 listings is all 61 cents. And you got the market price over here at $1.15. You got a place set 61 cents, 99-cent shipping. So if you don't already have your Typhoons, there's also the ultra rare that came out of Dual Devastator, 245 listings is all 6 cents, market price 26 cents. This is probably the best value for it. But yeah, if you don't have your Typhoons, definitely pick up your ultra rares now. Like I said, it's a very good card. Allows you, like I said, to play through back row without using spell cards, which is significant. But let me continue on because that was just a taste. One of the interesting things, yeah, because I was looking for rank 5 monsters because you end up with some interesting monsters on the field when you're pendulum summoning. And rank 5 was one of them, so I was looking at Artifact Durandal. But when I was looking at the artifacts, I was admiring their lure windows to the point that Artifact Ignition, I'm pretty sure these cards were also used in hat format, so they have Time Wizard applications as well. But Artifact Ignition, it was used as a 3 of in a lot of different decks at that time, and they have it now rarity upgrade, secret rare rarity, and 139 listings as well as 11 cents. Not as many listings as from Battles of Legend Armageddon. Nevertheless, this this mechanism right here, this seems to be the mechanism that turns on the artifacts in the lore, and this is like the card for it right here. But when you look at the artifacts, in the center of them there will be a slot, and there will be the mechanism that the lore window of Artifact Ignition is focused around, centered in the middle of these artifacts. In other words, igniting them, turning them on, giving them a spirit to come to life, which is dope. And if you look at all of the artifact artworks, you will see that not only is that um, this right here inside of the artifacts turning them on, powering them up, it's also the background, it's the setting of each artifact monster. It's this blown up. It's like artifact, each artifact monster is like Artifact Ignition's lure window with just the artifact monster and the weapon over top of it, which is dope. But yeah, you go back, you look at Artifact Scythe, you look at Artifact Morale Tech, you'll see the detail in there, and it made me really interested in grabbing all max rarity artifacts, even though there's not many, and just getting stacks on top of stacks of different high rarity artifact cards, different secret rarity artifact cards. Not very many. And Durandal, which what was Durandal going for? You got Artifact Lancia right here. 107 listings as low as 99 cents. Market price 340. So this is as low as it's been in a while. Lightly played first at 250 in a long while for the secret rare. And then Artifact Durandal, near mint on limbs, max condition 575, near mint first at 743. So Artifact Durandal is way down as well, coming out of Primal Origin. Max condition copies, first edition, under $10. S tier ultimate rare technology. It's just some of the things I was looking at that Master Duel led me into the market for. Other things were like Ada's cards, a couple of really powerful cards that just go in. Among other things, of course, are extra deck staples, which I probably really don't have to bring up, but I'm kind of thankful that Konami is printing them in the what's it called, in the 25th Rarity Anniversary Collection. Another one is Borlo Savage Dragon. I do not have that card just yet in Master Duel, but a lot of these cards I don't even have in real life either. Like I don't have Baron the Floor in real life. I don't own that card. I'm not a fan of paying $45 for an Ultra. I don't have Access Code Talker. Even though I'm probably about to bite the bullet and buy Access Code Talker because there's just not a reprint on the horizon for that card. Starting on 25th anniversary, 10 Dueling Heroes Mega Pack. Of course, like I said, guys, we're going to be covering this every day over the next 2 weeks. I believe it's been out for a week, so we got another week of covering this every day. Bishop Jewel Swarm, 921, respectively so, because Magnuma had been hit to 1. So people got to pivot, and Bishop Jewel Swarm is the second best level 6 Bishop. So people are definitely going to pivot to that. Cash share Ephemeral, 47 listings as low as 1465, market price 1554. It's probably going to hold around there, drop a little bit, more listings rolling around 100, probably around 12, $13. A Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon, 19 listings as low as 449, market price 510. People are searching this with Triple Tactics Thrust, which is another prevalent meta card. I wonder if that's in Master Duel. I'm not a huge fan of the price of Triple Tactics Thrust right now. Like I said, I'm of a proponent of, if you don't, cards like that, you got to kind of pivot to other collectibles because there's just so much better value at that same price. Like, what was that? It was like Triple Tactics Talent. Triple Tactics Talent is guaranteed to go down over time, guys. We're about to look at some comparable prices of some collectible cards that can only go up, that are around the same price. What you got? Cards like Illusion of Chaos, 121 listings, $3, guys. $3 with 121 listings. That's what I'm saying. When some of these cards get up to 100 plus listings, their value is going to cut 25, 50%, because there's going to be that much competition on the market. Therion King Regulus, 143 listings as low as 285, market price 297. Lady Labyrinth for the Silver Castle, 140 listings, as low as 188, $1.88, market price $2.02. Cash to Your Birth has 27 listings. This made its way to the first page. But let's go. We got a tab smorgasbord at the top, but we should still be able to find these tabs. We're about to open up relatively easily. Guys, you know I don't like to close my tabs. I like to keep them open, so I don't forget about cards that I've been looking at, thinking about, buying. And of course, guys, this is not a financial advice channel, and this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you guys how I look at these TCG markets. Let's bring up Lady. Oops, I opened her in a new window. No, I want to open her in the same window. Open link and new tab. Okay, Illusion of Chaos. Original print now, 72 listings as low as 1101, market price 2097 after a week of the Prismatic Secret Rare being on the market. Market price then cut in half. I would still wait a little bit on Illusion of Chaos. I can see this dropping as low as $7 and having $21 play sets. So I definitely wait for that. Before going in on the regular secret rare. Even that is a bit much when you could get prismatic secret rares for a playset for around 10. Ethereum King Regulus, 100 listings as low as 896, market price 1241, coming out of Dimension Force. So it's almost down to that $21 playset. It's roughly around $27 playset right now. Give it a little bit longer. You should see some more um, movement dropping below what it currently has. Blazing Cartesia, the Virtuous, absolutely admire this Lord window. She definitely has not broken to like the waifu arena with me. She has it. She's not over like Arcana Triumph, Lady Labyrinth in high heels. Got motherfuckers paying her bills with dual swords. Um, the Vampire Vamp or the Guardian Yatos. She ain't up there for me just yet, even though she does have the Starlight. I'm gonna have to go back and take a gander at that Starlight though. Look at the base price. We about to reverse engineer this. Wow, the secret route of is that legit? Okay, no, the legit. It's $10. $10.35 for secret rare out of Darkwing Blast for Blazing Cartesia. 106 listings as low as $5.99. Market price 15.07, but their near mint first day is going for 10.50. $11. I would like to see this drop a little bit further to around that $6 to $7 price point. But I'm absolutely smitten with this little window as well. Let's go into Darkling Blast. And yes, she does have the Starlight Rare Darkling Blast booster boxes. 20 listings as low as $88. Market price $90. Now, the price of what it would cost to pull a Starlight Rare at random from Darkwing Blast, 88. We're going to do 90 times 20, 90 times 900, 1800, and then you top four more on top of that, 36. So 2160, $2,160 is what it would cost to pull one of these Starlights at random. 2,160. Blazing Cartesia is about a tenth of that price. 30 listings as low as $209, market price 276.65. You can get 10 copies of Blazing Cartesia Starlight Rare for the price of what it would cost to pull one at random. And she's the most expensive Starlight in the set. Near mint first edge are starting at $210, guys. People trying to create capital and to get up off some of these Starlight Rares and letting them go for just magnificent prices, as the collector would say. $210 when the base price is $2,100. That's exceptional. Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle over here, 103 listings as low as $9.95, market price $13.38. Muckraker from the Underworld, 94 listings as low as $6, market price $11.31. Uh, Sprite Sprint, did that get reprinted? 68 listings as low as $9.75, market price $9.98. Let's do a deeper dive on Sprite Sprint real quick. I know Zealantis, Spellbound, Rukalos did not get reprinted, so that wouldn't be a bad pickup. And then all these other ones did get a reprint in the mega tins that are on this first page. Sprite Sprint did not get reprinted, guys. So if you're interested in Sprite Sprint, now would be a good time to go ahead and pick it up while still around a $10 card. I do like to look at other value when you got secret rares that are around, approaching that double-digit price point before an extra deck monster that is splashable on many other decks that has many other uses outside of just one deck. $10 is pretty good for a newer card that doesn't have a reprint and doesn't have a reprint in sight. Even though Konami could throw all of the sprites into something random. Like into just some random set that they've been concocting for some time. Hey, what's up, Diggs, BTW? You know what I'm saying? We keeping it smooth with the live stream market watch. We do this every day, making it happen. Much love from Twitch over there. But yeah, diving deeper into this Darkwing Blast a little bit. Yeah, Tier Elements Rukalos. Another card does not have a reprint. Time Wizard format, even though I know the time that this deck had its limelight is, fairly recent. But still, 244 near mint first ed for a secret rare of a tier 0 meta deck, and it doesn't have a reprint. It's not bad, but tier elements fall into that same category as Sprite, as where like Konami could just randomly put them all in a reprint set and give them like all rarity bumps or all matching rarities, like they did Sword Soul. When Sword Soul missed the previous Mega 10, then they just turned around and threw all the Sword Soul cards and Magnificent Mavens with the matching ultra rare rarity. So like Sprite is in that category right now. Tier Elements is in that category right now. So I mean, in terms of grabbing this for, investment purposes, probably not. But just to have the lure window in this rarity, and then not having a reprint and being around this price, not bad. Lady Labyrinth, we already looked at her. She's down, but we need to find the promos. No, not Kage Tokage. Okay, so I guess we're just going to have to bring it up. Yeah, we can bring it up over this Trap Tricks structure deck tab. 25th anniversary 10, 26 listings as low as $154.95, market price $154.61. Stardust Dragon, 15 listings as low as $12.96 now. Stardust has literally appreciated over $10, which I think is pretty funny. That just shows the demand for Stardust in this type of rarity. However, considering that these tins are going to get cracked open over the next like 4 weeks in mass, particularly because there's just not going to be any other new randomly generated sets that we're going to be getting until like the first couple of weeks of October. Because of that, these are going to be the go-to for pack openings, and there's going to be more Stardust Dragons winding up on the market. competition, capitalism driving the price down, guys. I truly believe that. I wouldn't touch it right now. If you did pick it up around $8, you're winning right now, but I can't see it appreciating too much more than what it already is. And of course, like always, guys, we shooting these markets up. We shooting these market watches outside alive with the light, shooting alive, and it's always a treat to hear the birds and the bees and feel the wind blowing while going over these sparkly cardboard cards. But yeah, in terms of value, so when I was talking about what was that $70 card, uh, what was it? It wasn't Baron, was it? It might have been Baron. But we're gonna go ahead and dive in because this was a set that I really admired the lure windows, and it has some really old cards with some very sparkly colors that just truly pop. And then when you talk about around the, like the $50 price point, getting one of these cards, that's a steal. It's so tough. It's so tough trying to find something back here for around that price point. I mean, that Nido Queen, I feel like that might be a damaged one. Market price unavailable for these because people are just not even buying them. This Macargo's this Magneton has the cheapest as low as listing, but I doubt in decent condition we're gonna find anything. You can even see a taco bend on this. It's kind of hard to believe that that is actually near mint. It looks kind of dirty, but yeah, I have to start pivoting to other collectibles when we're talking about like $50, $60, $70. Oh, Triple Tactics, that's what it was. Triple Tactics Talent. Like this $70 staple that's really good that can help you win. However, it's guaranteed to drop in value over time, where you can come back, like I said, to cards like these. Max Condition, near mint hollow foil, $140 for the Met Cargo, guys. It's tough. There was three sets that debuted around Sky Ridge, though. It was Sky Ridge, or the other two sets, guys. Oh, I can't think of it. I'd have to go to the advanced search over here. Okay, Aquapolis and Expedition. We might be able to find one. Aquapolis. Okay, so the market price on that Blossom is $70.19. The pseudo Wudos around there too, but just look at the sparkle in those lure windows, guys. I mean, who's not a fan of Pokemon? I mean, this is incredible. This Togetic, this Tentacruel, around the same price, max condition as a there's not even a near mint on the market for this. Lightly played hollow foil 6098 for the Blossom, but that's lightly played. That's tough. I want my lure window to not have no scratches. We got a near mint for no. There's not a near mint for the Togetic. Yikes. There's a near mint for the Tentacruel. $85. Let's look at this picture. Look at the taco bend on that. It is old though. It's old. That one looks good. Cards by Kyle. He's trying to create some capital. He's trying to make a quick sale. So is the Slim Reaper, trying to create some capital, trying to make a quick sale. $57. They're just trying to let it go. That's a nice little payday though on an old tentacle. But you got to sleeve your cards, guys. Sleeve these things. Put these things in binders. Try to keep them in immaculate condition, especially with the rave of trading card games being put in the limelight. Or people like Logan Paul and them. But yeah, some of the cards, guys, I was using at National that I just thought were pretty broken. They were very good, and they're not. They don't cost that much. In the real world, look, Performing Pal Monkey Board at an OTS Tournament Pack 1, 47 listings as low as $5, market price 478 is the most expensive Performing Pal. Then you have Performing Pal Pendulum Sorcerer, 106 listings as low as 99 cents, market price 326. Original print Secret Rare coming out of Breakers of Shadow. This card, guys, is so good. Like, I'm using this in that conglomerate of decks I have, and I'm also using Performing Pal Skull Crobat Joker, which is also exceptionally good because Joker can search like every card in the deck. He can search every Odd Eyes, Performer Pal, or Pendulum Magician that you play. So he's just instant construction if you have him in your hand. Like, these two cards are so good. He searches him. He searches him. Um, he can search multiple cards, and he can do some like interesting shenanigans too because it's whenever he is special summoned. So if you like send him to the graveyard with like Pendulum Call, and then special summon him back with Monster Reborn, and then like pop monsters on the board, and then you can pendulum summon those monsters back. Like, it's so busted. Like, you could pop himself and pop another card on the board. Then you can pendulum summon himself back plus that other card, and proceed to extend into an exceed summon or a link summon, which is interesting because after playing with the deck the past couple of days, I've just noticed that there's really not very many link monsters that are worth actually going into, which really warrants the price of cards like Access Code Talker and like Baron. These cards being the price that they are because these are literally like the best cards to go into. Like, nothing really has the ceiling, does the things that these cards do. Um, when you're deciding to give up multiple cards on the field to summon them. I'm still a little disappointed in this $30 price point for Access Code Talker. It does have the Starlight Rare. 59 listings as low as $24, market price 35.86. I had to take a spin on Nimbus for that one. For the premium gold rare, guys, the gold rare is holding a market price of 35.86. Talk about not bending the knee for nothing. We will talk about Zeus not bending the knee with all the listings all the different printings that he didn't got. Starlight Rare, QCSR, Ultimate Rare, Original Print Secret Rare. The Battles of Legend Monsters Revenge Secret Rare has a higher market price than the original print. Okay, and Ultra Rare. Ultra Rare 69 listings as well as 1540, market price 1607 for the Ultra Rare, guys. Above $10 market price, even for the Ultra. That's what I'm talking about, not bending the knee. And I'm like, I feel like that his time is coming though. When we get that 25th Rarity Anniversary Collection, Konami is going to force Zeus to bend his knee, and he's going to be a $5 or less card. It's just the way it is. Not even you can overpower them Zeus. Nevertheless, I would say his Starlight Rare is probably at a pretty decent price right now. We look at the base price of a Starlight Rare coming out of Phantom Rage. Let's go ahead and slide on over there real quick. Two level 12 monsters for Big Daddy Zeus, but you know that's not how people summon him. Reverse engineer this, Phantom Rage. Okay, booster boxes for Phantom Rage, guys. 20 listings as low as $57.99, market price $61.71. So we're looking at 24 booster boxes to pull one of these Starlight Rares at random. Okay, the Alpha Master B Starlight Rare really has fallen. 47 listings as low as $79.99, market price 101.08. This was the second most expensive Starlight Rare when this set debuted. Incredible. But we're going to do $60, the base price for the booster boxes. So 60 times is 1,200, and then you throw four more, so 1,440. $1,440 is what it would cost to pull any of these Starlight Rares at random for packs. So the base price we're looking at for a Starlight Rare right now is $1,440. Zeus is 32 listings, $317.90, market price 403. So even if we was using the market price, you can get a play set of Zeus for the price of what it would cost to pull one at random. So he's on Uber deal mode right now. Even at $317. And of course, guys, we look at these TCG markets as if they're in a vacuum, as if there's nothing else to buy in the world, as if we live in these TCG worlds and there's nothing else to buy outside of trading cards. But yeah, from that perspective, the 317 is Uber deal mode. It's super cheap, and then it's the most expensive Starlight Rare in the set. So the rest of these that are cheaper are even better deals. I mean, Alpha the Master of Beast Spin down here, 47 listings as well as $79.99, market price 101. $101.08. That's pretty good. Same thing for the Phantom Knights with Torn Scales. 37 listings as low as $74.89, market price 122.27. Phantom Knights always pop their head up, and they have just amazing resilience. And now that the big homie is gone, what's his name? He just got hit on the ban list. A Rise Heart. Now that the big homie is gone, the Macro Cosmo on legs, all of these graveyard-based decks, they're coming out of the shadows again. It's like nighttime just came and the vampires are here and they're coming out of the shadows. And Phantom Knights is one of the best graveyard, resource decks. There was another, what was some, oh yeah, the 2021 10 of Ancient Battles. I wanted to look at this. Wow, you got 2021 10 of Ancient Battles cases, guys. 27 listings as low as $95.96 for a case where you can pull Triple Tactics Talent and Divine Arsenal Double A Zeus and cross out Designator, guys. That's dope. It's like the ultra rares really have value in this set, and you got two ultra rares per pack. And the prismatic secret rares would just be icing on the cake. But for $100, that's a and Legacy Gaming and More has 20 cases, 95, 97. They're trying to get them out. They're trying to create that capital. They're trying to make a quick. It wouldn't be 2K after the fees of shipping and TCG players, but they're trying to make a quick like 1,500, trying to get rid of all 20 of their cases. Like, just give us the quick 1,500. Let's get that 1,500 capital so we could try to go in on, what I'm saying, that 25th rarity anniversary collection. They need it. It's fire out here, just amazingly priced. But of course, guys, we can't be out here all day. Hopefully, I provided some value with this live stream market watch. Um, like Kakarot would say, send me your energy, and so we can get that space gate charged up, and we could try to come out here for a part 2 today. But with that, we're gonna be getting up out of here. Nimbus, are we in there? Are we in there?